Hello and welcome back to How To Homebrew. My name is Kieran and I'm the Dirty 20s Dungeon Master. And today we're going to be talking about races, specifically races for D&D 5e. What were you thinking of? So join me as I go through and create a new race with you today and show you all my process of homebrewing races for this game. Spoiler alert, this one is going to be pretty simple and short. Firstly, what kind of race do you want to make? Because honestly, Wizards have made nearly as many as I can think of and updated all the other ones. I'm still going to try, but I don't know. You need to get your idea together first. I'm going to go with a race focused on gem-based beings. They're going to be inspired from the Shard Mind from older editions of the game, but mostly made for scratch for 5e and with, my own little subtext for it. Then we have to begin. We have various criteria that all races hold. They have size, speed, languages, age, ability score improvements, potentially dark vision, and then one or two more unique abilities. That is what all races will hold. So for our updated Shard Mind, only vaguely looking to the past, since this is in essence a tutorial, we can note and copy a few things, but let's try to keep within the bounds of 5e. First, their size. In 5e, player characters can only be one of two sizes. This is because making them any larger than those two would drastically increase the power in combat by virtue of the number of spaces within their reach. And there's only one size smaller, and being tiny might present an issue in terms of power and stealth and avoiding traps. So PCs are either small or medium. And our Shardmind race is going to be medium, with a height range of just over 5 feet to just over 6 feet. It's pretty arbitrary. Once you pick a small or medium, you can give a race small and medium to choose from. Really doesn't matter. For their speed, we're just going to go with the standard 30 feet. It's a safe bet, and it's what 90% of races in the game use. If you go with a small race, 25 feet might make more sense. If you go with a race that's supposed to be faster, like Wood Elves and Tabaxi and a couple other races have 35-foot movement speeds, I believe, and that is just to, denote the fact that those races are quicker. For their age, we can go with living up until maybe 500 years-ish, probably. That's probably fine. And while there are a great many options for your age ranges, they're crystals. They don't really age. Yours could, humans live to 100 in D&D, half-orcs live to 80, and tieflings and ASMR live to 120. It's just whatever. Elves are fucking immortal. So we can say that for this race, why they die is maybe because one day the magic in them goes out and they harden into actual gemstones, and that's how they die. For languages, common is a must. All races must know common. And then we can pick one more. You could pick 2 or 3 more, but then you might have to limit other things, because the more the languages you know, the easier it is for that race to be useful. I don't know, probably not the right word, but that's what it is. And so, while there's a great many options for a second language, I want to go with deep speech, because as these alien kind of creatures, that one sounds best for me. Also, they knew it before. So, for ability score improvements, these are more like suggestions. As with Tasha's, you could ignore these and place them wherever. Let's give our race a +2 to charisma, and then a +1 to either wisdom or intelligence. Player's choice. In general, all races get a +2 and a +1. Sometimes there's choice, and sometimes there's mountain dwarves. But +2 +1 is what you should be looking for. After all of that, we get on to racial abilities. We're going to give Shard Minds dark vision of 60 feet. 90% of races get this, so why not? And then after that, we can choose to either give them 1 or 2 special abilities, the thing that actually separates this race from the others. This is also where you would break your race into sub-races. You would delineate abilities to different lineages of Shard Mind or of whatever race you're making. I'm now going to give a couple of examples, but when we design Shard Mind, I'm only going to pick a few of these. When you design your race, look to the others and think of unique abilities. Do you want some races to have a climbing speed, advantage on stealth due to natural camouflage, spellcasting, natural weapons? Like I said, Wizards has made like 50 or 60 races. You have so many choices to look through. So the first ability that we're going to go with is similar to Warforged. As a living crystal, you don't need to eat, drink, breathe, or sleep, and magic can't put you to sleep. You still need to perform at most light activities for 8 hours to gain the benefits of a long rest, but you do not need to become inert. You can choose to spend the hours in an inactive, motionless state where you are still conscious, but only look like you're sleeping, look like you're a rock. And the second ability that I'm going to go with from now should be Telepathy, within a range of 30 feet. And this effect can be used through walls so long as you are familiar with the creature you're speaking with. This effect's range can increase to 60 feet at 5th level. That ability I gave them because they are the Shard Mind, are they not? They are a hive mind on their home world, let's say, and they should be able to communicate without speaking. Alternatively, as an example, I could have given them spellcasting. Cantrip at 1st level, a 1st level spell either cast at that level or at 2nd level given at 3rd level. Confusing when I say it that way, I know, but the visuals make it easier, I hope. And then a 2nd level spell given at 5th level. The leveled spells should only be cast once per day, and with the uses recovered again after a long rest. You could also denote that if they have any spell slots, they can cast these spells using those as well. For an example set, Mind Sliver can be our cantrip, Mind Spike will be our 1st level spell cast at 2nd level, and then Tasha's Mind Whip will be our 2nd level spell given at 5th. Psychic damage dealing spells for Psychic, Rock, Gemstone race. And then with some polishing, our race is done. And hopefully yours is too. And that's how to homebrew races. I hope this video was informative and helped someone get the feel for making races for D&D 5e. Be sure to join me next week as we tackle how to homebrew monsters. And if you missed it, make sure you check out last week's episode, How to Homebrew Classes. It was a long one, but it was a good one. Thank you all for watching, and have a good day, everyone. Bye.